Yo, what is up guys, it is Toxaura here, welcome back to another Guesty video. In this video I'm going to be telling you guys how to become a richer player inside of Roblox Guesty. Before I get into the video, congratulations to the winner of my last giveaway. I'm going to put your name up on screen. In this video I'm going to be giving away Jason. All you guys have to do to enter is like, comment and subscribe. Leave down your username, your Roblox username in the comment section. Winner will be announced in my next video. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting off with tip number 1, I recommend upgrading most of your smaller items into bigger items. Now you might be wondering, what do I mean by this? If we take a look inside of my inventory, you can see I have plenty of bundle items which are just sitting there. I have even more bundle skin items. Now ideally what you want to do is upgrade, say, all of these into some crates. I'm going to be leaving down below a value list in the description purely just to help you guys and to make sure that all of your trades are, fair. So the value list will be in the description below, but you're going to want to upgrade all of these bundles into crates. And now once you've done that, you're going to want to upgrade all of your crates into rarer items such as unarmed, Frostwitch Lisa, or any sort of low special like Kids, DJ or Kindly. That's what I did to get my first special, which was Special Kevin, almost 2 years ago now. Trust me guys, it works. I've done it before and it's how I've been able to grow my inventory to be this size. Anyways, on to the next tip. My next tip on how to become rich in Guesty is to not do any sort of trust trades. Now if you've come from any sort of trading game in the past, you're going to know about trust trades. They're pretty much trades where you put your trust into the other player. 9 times out of 10 you're going to get scammed. And obviously if you're trying to grow your inventory size, you don't want to get scammed and lose all your items. So you might be wondering, if you have a trade which consists of more than 4 items, what should you do? In that case, I recommend upgrading your items to get the same value but in 4 items instead of doing 5 or 6. Because trust me, I've been scammed before and I don't want you guys to get scammed. So just take my word for it. Unless it's a really trusted member inside of a community, like some testers, don't worry about testers scamming you. They're not going to. Testers, moderators, contributors, anybody with a special role inside of Guesty, chances are 9 times out of 10 they're not going to scam you. But if it's just a normal player, I wouldn't risk it. This also means lending your items to other players. I've never shared my inside of Guesty, but I've known people who've had, and once they've had a falling out, their items just don't get returned back. It is also worth it to point out, at the bottom of the trades, it does say that any trades are final, pretty much meaning that if you do get scammed by a trust trade, dev team are not going to be reimbursing you, as they have a little disclaimer there. So yeah, just try your best not to get scammed. The third way to get rich inside of Guesty is to join some Guesty Discord servers. Now I'm actually co-owner of the biggest Guesty trading Discord server, apart from the NK studio itself. It's called the Guesty Trading Hub Reborn, and it's where all of the game's richest players are. Some old, some new. You have the likes of Earth and Blocks inside of there, Zaid Plays, Blaze, the list goes on. Pretty much 99% of Guesty's richest traders are inside of here, so if you need trading advice or help on how to get started, be sure to join, link in the description. NK Studio will also be in the description, but I don't really recommend it for its trading help. It is a really awesome community, but in terms of the trading scene, I'd say that Guesty Trading Hub is definitely the server that you're going to want to be joining. Another reason to join NK Studio or Guesty Trading Hub is because occasionally players are actually doing giveaways. Now in the NK Studio, it really depends on what the item is. Entries can range between 100 to sometimes 300. It really does depend on the size of the item or the value of the item. Yes, the trading hub does get less votes, so your chances of winning an item are much more in your favor. But that is another reason why to join Guesty Trading Hub or the NK Studio. I forgot what number we're on, but that's besides from the point. You're going to want to be a good member inside of a community. What I mean by this is you don't want to have any enemies. Trust me, having enemies just makes your experience a lot worse, and it makes it a lot harder to go from rags to riches. What I mean by this is not being rude to people out of Trade Island. Just be overall a very helpful person. I don't mean just be giving away all of your skins, I don't mean that. Just have a little bit of mannerism about you. Now what I'm about to say is going to be decently controversial, however I'm going to say it anyways. You're going to want to invest in limiteds. What do I mean by this? Limiteds are guesty items which are bought from crates which cost 2,000 coins, 1,000 more than the regular crates. And what makes these items so special is they are only available throughout a month or two, particularly around some sort of season such as Halloween, Christmas or Easter. And the reason why you're going to want to invest in these limiteds is once their duration is up, they're going to be no longer obtainable by unboxing. The only way to get these items is via trades. And these items tend to do really well. Even the worst limited is better than most specials. People don't trade limiteds unless it's for major overpays. It can be slightly annoying, but trust me, I've invested in many limiteds and it's helped me grow my inventory massively, so you're going to want to do the same. Another method to get rich in Guesty is to not gamble on these limited items. I know I said they could be a really good investment for you. However, if you're giving items which you're not sure the limited will go over, just don't do the trade. As limiteds tend to get between 1 to 10 copies, so if you overpay dramatically, then you might not be able to make profits off it. So it's really crucial that you don't overestimate how the limited is going to do. If you're able to get it when it first comes out for relatively cheap, then I would suggest sticking with it and waiting for the item to raise a little bit before you go into trading it. However, I must emphasize, don't gamble in Guesty. 9 times out of 10 it's not going to pay out in your favor. Another tip is to capitalize on the hype. This is expanding on from me talking about limiteds, but when the limiteds come out, people tend to overpay on them dramatically. So let's say that you're in the scenario where a brand new limited crate has just come out and you own the first or second copy of it. Typically that's when you're going to be getting the best offers for that limited if it looks good. So what I'd recommend doing is simply just taking a really good offer which you cannot deny. Now this information is going to vary from limited to limited, but if it's a really hyped limited and somebody's offering you an older limited which you know is stable and it's not going to get any more copies, then I would look into getting that limited. As once again, owning these brand new limiteds, while they're still able to be unboxed, it's basically gambling. You're not sure if another one's going to become unboxed and ruin its value. Anyways, that is all of the tips on how to get rich in Guesty. If I've missed anything, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. That's all from me. Toxaura out.